Good morning. It's breakfast time. I hit that button. Stream Deck. Switch the camera. But I do need this to go back to the way it was. Dang it, I hit the button. There we go. Hello everyone. Stephen is making eggs. He was like, I want eggs. So then he started to make them. He will be here in a minute. It's almost done. What kind? I think he did fried eggs. Radio Dread had eggs this morning too. Spinach Rep says, so he'll be an hour then. No, he's making fried eggs. They go faster. Noah says, are they to my liking? Probably parts of them, because they're fried. Egg in a hole sandwiches. Those are good. Diddy says, it's my first proper day of grad school at Clemson. Congratulations. Noodle soup for lunch? That sounds good. We had chili the last few days for dinner because I made chili. I made 7 quarts. I think that's how big my slow cooker is of chili. And froze some. Which I want to do so I have a lot more stuff in the freezer. How am I? I'm good. A little tired. Andrew says, and that huge loaf with it too. Yep. I still have a lot of that bread. And I gave some to Steven's dad with some bread and some chili, and it still had 4 extra servings. Thomas said, we had a new soup. What new soup, Thomas? I made mulligatawny a few years ago. It was interesting. There's like apple in it. It was fine. It wasn't as good as the Ausch that I made a few weeks ago with the chickpeas in it. That was really good. Coffee. Summer veggie soup. I really like leek and potato. That's what I've been craving lately. Radio dressed. Ooh, leek and potato soup, yes. It might be one of my favorites.
La-dee-da.
Kimikawa's making bone soup. Ooh. Radio Dread said, it's been too hot for soup. It has. But that hasn't stopped me. It's like still 98 degrees here with heat index lately. And I'm looking forward to it getting cooler. I noticed this morning the sun was not as bright as it normally is. Not David Lynch says, anyone who says it's too hot for soup doesn't properly appreciate gazpacho. There was a good... What? Oh, coaster?
Yeah, I got one.
We had that at the Polish place. It was years ago because she only makes it sometimes when she can find good tomatoes. And it's really good. Those look delicious.
Thanks.
They look perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I mean, if you really wanted one, you could...
No, I don't. I have my yogurt.
All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, I was like, I want eggs. Like, just... And
you,
it was...
like,
it
turned
was,
the burner off and took the thing off, right?
Yeah. Okay. And it was clearly too... It was a little late to start eggs, but I was like, I want eggs. I want fried eggs. So that's what I did. And I had one egg out. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm a big guy. I'd probably eat 2 eggs. 2 eggs. So then I got a second egg out. That's fine. Anyway, morning everyone. I did. I made some eggs. They look pretty good.
They do.
So we'll see how they taste. Thunderstriker says, you mean bless you. Like on Tuesday when you wanted McNuggets. Kinda. I got those, by the way. I after the stream on Tuesday, we went to McDonald's, which is wild. There's so many times we talk about food and we do not get them. We don't get whatever we're talking about. Tuesday we did.
You did.
I did. We got to McDonald's and I was like, I don't want anything.
No.
I was like, are you sure? So we're not coming back. Again, I think McDonald's owes me money. I think they do. Or at least some coupons. They're probably not watching. That's fine.
Thomas says we have to do the 50 nugget challenge this month or next.
I ate 20. I will tell you this. The nuggets weren't very good. Like, I already knew that they would need sauce. But like I had a bite of one without any sauce right at the beginning, and I was like, God, these are so much worse than I remembered or expected them to be. I could have had a bad batch, but like the outside, the crispy outside was like, that was fine. The inside, the texture of the inside was dried out and just awful. And I was like, every bite was loaded up with sauce, so it was fine. But like, oh God, they were, I don't know if they're just always that bad or if my brain had created nostalgia for them to a point where like, it was just bad. Anyway, I need to
Aldo says, these are so much worse than I remember them is the official slogan. Thomas says, you got a bad batch.
Alright, I'm just saying.
Night Owl says, Wendy's is greater than McDonald's. Better than.
I'm just saying, I could eat 50 McNuggets, especially if it was, can you eat 50 and Thomas can't eat 50. Like, absolutely. Because I can beat Thomas. The thing is, I don't want to eat 50 of those. Oh my God. Aggressive language.
Try the other McDonald's, maybe?
I mean, maybe. So, 50 of those with... Yeah, sauce has got to be involved.
Those eggs looked good, though.
We should get 10 from different places. Actually, I'd be down for that.
So you get 10 and then drive and get 10.
Coffee.
So by the time you actually do the video, almost all of them are like disgusting because they've just been sitting. Oh, excuse me.
I can think of 5 McDonald's in the area. Now, what if you had to get them and then eat them before you get to the next McDonald's?
This is starting to seem like a ridiculous race, and I hate it. I don't like that. I'm glad I got eggs. Thomas liked the idea.
McNugget rally. Relay.
Relay. Although rally would work too. It does sound like a bumper.
I'm adding this to our decathlon.
Man, people would be trying to cheat because like one team would be like in the drive-thru waiting, and then the other team would just bust through the door and be like, I need nuggets! I need nuggets! I need nuggets quick! It's for a race!
You have to get a different sauce at every stop. So you have to decide if you want your least favorite sauce
neat.
at the beginning or like...
That's neat. This is all very complicated. I like the idea of eating 50 nuggets. I like the idea of eating 10 nuggets from 5 different places, each with different sauce. That I like.
Thomas doesn't want barbecue. It's bad.
Okay, now we have to have a part where you have used different sauces, so Thomas has to eat the barbecue sauce.
You also have to, like, plan out your route. Be like, ooh, this McDonald's has a C rating.
I don't know that there's any McDonald's that have C ratings. I feel like corporate would step in if they knew that a McDonald's had a C rating, and they would be like...
Wasn't there a Wendy's that had a C rating around here?
Yeah. Yeah, the Wendy's in Conway for a long time was like... But they didn't care. They're like, that salad bar, we don't clean it.
C is the lowest grade you can get before they shut you down.
Our manager is a rat. 3 rats in a trench coat. It's fine. That's really good.
Good job. They
have
looked
another
beautiful. Mm-hmm. Haley May says, don't make yourself sick, honey.
50 nuggets is a lot, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, the reason I know is that I just got through 2 days ago eating 20. And when you order them from the drive-thru, it shows you the calorie information per serving, which is a clever way of getting around showing you how many are actually in there. It's 700 calories per serving. And then it says on the sign, serves 2. So it's 700 calories every 10 nuggets. So every nugget is 70 calories. So, like... On Tuesday, I ate 20 nuggets, and I also got a large fry because you gotta get fries when you're at McDonald's. So
Thomas says eat them, then go for a long run. Got it.
So that's already just the 20 and the large fry was that's 2,000 calories. That's a day's, in air quotes, worth of calories. I've always been able to do math, as long as it's just the plus sign.
Thomas says, bike 100 miles, easy peasy. You do the nugget challenge, and then you get here and get on a bike and do a stream.
You're just describing Thomas. I'm not. You're losing me quick. If you're like, can I, No,
you both do it, Thomas. Like, you have Steven on your stream.
Listen, we're gonna go back to the basics here. We're going back to the basics. We get 50 nuggets. We have a contest to see who can eat the 50 nuggets. There'll be an on-screen counter for the nuggets. You keep it simple. Because you can go to the store, you can buy the 50 nuggets. That's what, or you have a group of people go out and get.
Thomas says, dude, tell me one.
We get some of our friends to go to different places and get nuggets and then bring them back so they're all arriving around the same time. That's what you do. Then
are they all McNuggets?
They could be McNuggets, or you could get them from different places,
okay.
And then you'd have a variety. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The idea is that you have to eat. Brandon's not wrong. Anyway, the idea is that you have to eat
50.
Or whatever. I don't know. Is 50 hard? I guess. Because, again...
You ate 20 and you weren't thrilled.
Well, I wasn't... Like, I could have eaten more, but it's just because your brain shuts off and you're eating sauce. Chaz, I'm eating an egg. She's not doing anything. She could read. She can read them. What are you doing? You're not doing it. I'm trying to eat egg. Let me eat egg.
Eat egg. We have an 11-month resub from Aunt Dawn. Thank you. Chaz, you will have to click them, though. Thank you.
I'm dripping.
18-month resub from Oddball Gamer. Thank you. 4 months from Rai Kitsune. And 320 bits from Furry Zoe. I haven't watched a stream since Breath of the Wild ended, so I'm glad I can at least catch breakfast stream this morning. Anyway, did you see the Pokemon Presents? I'd love to hear your thoughts as well as chat's thoughts. Personally, I'm looking forward to Legends Arceus.
I did not.
I did not see it.
I read the bullet points.
I did not.
Yeah, I read the bullet points after the fact, but I did not watch the stream. Just because... Like, I like Pokemon as a concept, but I haven't played any of the new games in a long, long time. I did see the part about Unite, because there was information about Unite.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding...
2 new Pokemon?
They're adding Pink Eevee and Mammoth Ball.
Yeah.
So, like, those are going to be in there. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, they're adding not Blastoise. And all of the press material leading up to the game, they're like, Blastoise is going to come out into the game. And I'm like, cool, that's cool. Through the beta, like, you can play as Blastoise in the beta. And it's like, that's really neat. Game comes out. Where's Blastoise? We don't know. He didn't show up for roll call. It's like, okay. Now it's time for a new Pokemon. Oh, cool, Blastoise. Gardevoir. I'm like, that's not, but don't worry, he's coming out soon. All right, cool. Time for a new Pokemon. Neat.
Blissey.
Who is it? Blissey. Okay, is there a Blastoise costume for Blissey? No. Anyway, we got these new Pokemon. Where the hell is Blastoise? Maybe at some point we'll find out. Certainly, like, so right now it looks like the release schedule is 1 a month. So, like, maybe Blastoise will be next month. Probably next month.
Rainbow Zion gifted a sub to Diddy Eggs. Thank you for the gift sub. Tiger 413 resubbed at 10 months. Blastoise is still waiting on his royalty check. Konosuga resubbed at 26 months. And we have 300 bits from Night Owl. Good morning. I'm glad that the thing that woke me this morning was Game Builder Garage episode that was basically a Toad screaming simulator.
Game Builder Garage episode from today. Honestly, a lot of them this week. Really good. Mm-hmm. An original idea. You play as a UFO. I saw some people calling it Screaming Katamari. And that's actually very correct. Like...
Screaming Katamari.
I don't want to spoil it, but like, check it out if you have a few minutes. It's a really cool idea. Anyway.
We have 500 bits from LHMS 1704. Good morning, afternoon, grandparents. I got my second jab today, and I'm extremely happy about it.
Woo!
I feel completely fine and have no side effects. I got a really sore arm after my first shot, but not after this one. Crossing my fingers, it stays that way. Good vibes.
Nice. Like to hear about them jabs. Man. Also announced yesterday, at least for the U.S., at some point we'll be hearing about third jabs. Because folks that have received Pfizer and Moderna, at least, right now they're still doing research and data on J&J. Folks that received Pfizer and Moderna 8 months after their second shot are going to be, asked to get a third jab. So that puts us mid to late December. So we're going to continue to celebrate jabs. I will celebrate jabs until the day I die. So we'll be congratulating folks on third jabs at some point. Link says, wait, what, really? Yep, boosters. Third jabs. It was just announced yesterday. Anna says, what art is on your mug? This is Mao's new logo mug.
You can get it with or without the Mal Makes part.
Yep.
And that is the without.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway. I guess I can read now.
Yeah? Am I
that
able
was
to eat
great.
now?
Yes. That was great. That was just... I wanted eggs. I'm excited about eggs. All the time. Anyway. Alright. Let's read a thing. 300 Bits from Line Rider says, yesterday's Pokemon Presents made Legends Arceus look even better than before. Also today I'm going to Valley Fair with a friend. Sudden burps. My first time going to a theme park in 4 years. Clown.
Is that in Minnesota? That sounds familiar.
The word sounds familiar, but I don't know where it is.
Well, there was a Valley Fair mall in my hometown growing up. It was like touted as the first indoor shopping mall ever.
But
I think somewhere else claims that too.
Shakopee.
Because every time people said Valley Fair, like in college, I assumed they meant the mall in my hometown, and I'm like, why are you going there? They have the discount movie theater, and that's it.
Discount movie theater is a reason to go to a mall.
It was like $2.
Yeah, that's how much we have a discount. Well, it's not there anymore, but we had one down in Myrtle Beach. I mean, my family would go there. It was like Shakopee. Oh, Shakopee. It was like everything played 9 months after it stopped playing.
That's how ours was.
Yeah. This is just a great way to save some money. It was like, hey, this movie came out 9 months ago. You want to go see it? Sure did. Sure did. We got 20 months from Gamer Girl Life 2108. 300 Bits and Furries always says, do you guys make nachos? If so, I have a recommendation for you to try. It's got a small spice kick. Hamburger meat with Taco Bell taco seasoning, mild cheddar, and taco blend cheese, queso, lettuce, diced green bell pepper, 1/2 diced onion, and black olives. This sounds like the typical nachos, to be honest. I wouldn't make nachos any other way. I would make them with all that stuff and possibly more. Possibly more. I'm trying to think what I would.
Sour cream.
Mal would add sour cream.
Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, tomatoes.
Or salsa.
Yeah, tomatoes or salsa. Yeah, gotta have tomatoes. I mean, like there's two types of nachos. That's how I view it. There's two types of nachos. There's ballpark nachos, where it's just chips and something that came out of a machine. It's not cheese, but it looks like cheese, but it's not cheese. And on that, you're allowed like jalapenos. Is that it?
Yeah.
Maybe bacon. Maybe. Anyway, that's like one nachos. Renee says chips and questionable sauce.
Tuesday's school lunch was always nachos.
Those sorts of nachos?
But it had ground beef in it. And whatever they put in the cheese sauce was spicy. Or at least it was to my Midwestern palate at the time.
Beef will be fine. Like, the idea behind the ballpark nachos is that it's super simple. It has to have that cheese that's not real cheese, and maybe one or two other things. That's ballpark nachos to me. And then there's, I don't know what the regular, full nachos, loaded nachos. And loaded nachos is like everything. And if I want loaded nachos somewhere, I want like put it all on there, because there's not really anything I don't like. So as many things as possible. But it does have to have tomatoes. I like tomatoes.
And just if there are any Redbubble codes right now. 30% off posters and tapestries, 5 days. Code WALLABOUTYOU.
Do you sell posters?
Yeah, people buy them.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what Carlos has, because it's been in the backgrounds of a lot of his videos.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I got 300 bits of Maldo. So Steven, now that you've been educated, can you explain thermodynamics to us? Also, Clown. Yeah, actually, I can. And Noah had sent me a message, I think yesterday, that explained the whole process with emoji. It was sun emoji, arrow emoji, apple emoji, arrow emoji, person emoji. That's it. You get sun apple baby. Was it a baby?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the sun makes...
The book was baby.
The sun does the energy to the food, and then the food is the energy to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Anyway, If there's more to it, I don't know what it is. But that's the gist of what I got. That mail video is out, by the way. It's good. It's a good mail video. It's very funny. There's a lot of times where there's humor within the mail video, not necessarily from us, but like from things that are sent in, and that's one where it's just concentrated comedy. So I recommend it. Brandon's got the link if you're interested. You've heard of bone apple teeth? Get ready for a sun apple baby. Have you seen the screenshots of people where they take pictures of fancy food and they say bone apple teeth? Woo! Woo! I love it. I love it. I read an article recently. It was like the 10 most common things that you're saying wrong or writing wrong. And it was stuff like that. And there was none of them that I was... Like, all of them, I was like, how could you possibly mess
I mean,
this
I
up?
suppose growing up hearing bon appetit and then not knowing that it's French.
I don't know. I think for a lot of it, and the reason this happens is you hear things and you never see it written down. Because that's...
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa, yeah. That's a different problem, but yeah. You know, you hear things, that you watch television, you watch movies, and you hear things, but you've never seen it written, and then you don't know what it is. I do that. That happens a lot with me with lyrics and songs, specifically, where, like, I'll be listening to a song that I like, a song that I know really well, and then I'll hear a part of it, and I'll say, you know what? I literally have never understood what that line is. And then you look it up. Unless it's Yellow Lead Better by Pearl Jam, because I want to live in mystery for the rest of my life. Don't ever tell me the lyrics to that song.
I was that way growing up with the word chaos. Because you'd see Chaos Emeralds on Sonic.
And Sonic also has the chows.
Well, they didn't have chows when I was playing Sonic 2.
Oh.
But, like, as a kid, looking at that word, I'm like, I have no idea how to pronounce that. And I don't know when, but at some point I put 2 and 2 together and figured it out.
Satsy says, It's Dare is amazing to translate to Americans. The Gorillaz song? I'll never be able to. I have a thing where it's hard to come up with the thing whenever any other music is playing. It's coming up, 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 it's coming up. It's there. That being said, I don't remember any of the other lyrics to it. Anyway, moving on. 13 months from Monkey CLD. 6 months from TOG Phil. 17 months from Victoria Swift. 23 months from Lugo44. We got 300 bits from Cheese Hammer says, Hey Steven, you know what goes great with eggs? Cheese. Lots of cheese. You should try it. Also, hi Mal. Now that I've been upgraded, we get to spend more time together. Isn't that great? We actually ran out of, well, so we have 2 types of shredded cheese. The mozzarella stays in the freezer because we bought it 100 years ago because it comes in a 5-pound pack. That's why the mozzarella's in the freezer. And that's where it stays until it's time to make, for pizza. We keep other shredded cheese in the fridge, like a Mexican blend, like when you got like the 4 cheese,
just cheddar,
or just cheddar sometimes. But we just ran out of that because I put cheese on eggs occasionally. I don't put cheese on fried eggs usually. That's not typically something I go for, but on scrambled eggs sometimes I will. I have to be in the mood.
You could have made like an open-faced grilled cheese and then put an egg on it.
I mean, yeah, I could have made a souffle. I could have made a million things, but I just wanted a fried egg. More often than cheese though, I like to put salsa,
with eggs.
Salsa on scrambled eggs is just delicious. I absolutely love some. Just
we have some of that garden salsa.
like
We
nice,
need to start eating
thick,
that.
chunky salsa. I love that. And just as Stephen could have made a souffle, I want to see it. Well, it starts with a dream. 9 months from Safrina 13. 19 months from VCR Son. 16 months from Maya Rails. Diddy Eggs gifted a sub to Silent Companion. We got 500 bits from GamerGo says, so my dad and I got approved for an apartment in St. Francis, Wisconsin. I'm just glad I'm able to join the stream after working 6 days in a row.
My uncle used to live there.
What part of Wisconsin is that?
Milwaukee.
Oh, okay. Neat. Milwaukee's nice. I mean, like, I didn't grow up there or anything, but, like, I visited once.
A few times.
Yeah, but there was one time we actually, like, walked to the city. That only happened once.
Oh, downtown? Yeah.
We got to see the
art museum?
No. The only thing that really mattered.
The Fonzie statue?
The Fonzie statue! I was like, oh. Fonzie, but what's the guy's name?
I'm totally blanking out on it.
What's the actor's name? Please help me. It will... I have a brain worm. And I need... Henry Winkler. Fonz Ferdinand. That's... Henry Winkler. That's right. I should get that looked at.
You've been near St. Francis.
Yeah. It's actually a very specific brain worm. Like when Thomas is running into the McDonald's going, I need nuggets, I run into the McDonald's and I say, what was Fonzie's real life name? It happens at least once a week. Twice a week. 30 bits from Diddy Eggs, who says, lots of good stuff happening to me. First days as Clemson grad student, teaching some civil engineering classes / labs. My SCDOT internship went very well, and a family member of mine became a math teacher at my old high school. Well, you've got a lot of good vibes to share then. That's awesome. I'm glad that things are going well for you right now.
Coffee.
Very cool. There's always an ebb and flow. You know, if things are bad for a bit, it just means good things are coming. That's how I view it. 21 months from DC Racer. Thank you, DC Racer.
Coffee.
And 300 bits from Furry Zoe says, over the weekend, my grandma and I were discussing her first experience with video games. For the longest time, she thought her first game was in a Nintendo. After looking deeper into it, we found out her first game, Wonder Boy, was on Sega Genesis. Interesting. Is Wonder Boy... Hold on. I need to see a picture of this. Wonder Boy. Was this on Master System also?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what this is.
Brandon says, is it the answer to Mega Man?
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, I know what this is. Monster Boy in Wonder World. Yeah, a Switch version just came out.
Coffee.
A Wonder Boy game. Yeah. Wonder Boy's Amazing Island for Sega. Don't worry, Andy O, I got stopped before I went too far on it. But I needed to see the box art. I needed to know. Sometimes whenever I think that there's a game that I remember from Genesis that it originated on Genesis, I always check to see if it was also on Master System. Because sometimes it actually originated on Master. There's so many Master System games. They did the Master System, they're like, eh. And then they just ended up basically porting a lot of those games to Genesis. You know, we have a way to play Master System. We don't have a Master System, but we have the analog Genesis system that we have has a little cart converter thing that it'll take Master System games. We don't own any Master System games just because we've never picked them up.
Yeah.
I've always talked about it too. Sometimes we'll be in game stores and they'll have the complete cases, and
you'll say that exact thing.
I'll say the exact.
We have a way to play
this. We have a way to play it, and we've never bought a single one. Just like one day, One day but we don't do it. It's fine. Sonic's on Master System.
I know.
It's not as good as one makes. I think the Sonic on Master System is the same Sonic on Game Gear. My brain's pulling from somewhere. Is it? Okay. I thought it was. So it's not like the same, but it's... The Game Gear was crazy, man. It had color. Nerdy Bits from Summer Center says, I just got back from getting my second jab. I feel a little bit better about going back to uni now. Nice.
Nice.
Get that jab. I mean, well, you did. So you did the jab. I don't know why. like an angry person. Like, you did it. You did it. Slick Duke says, I think my first system was Atari. We almost bought an Atari once.
We shoulda.
We shoulda?
Yeah, it had like everything and a bunch of games. It was at Goodwill.
Yeah.
We shoulda.
They're a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
They're a bit of a pain because the way that they connect to the television is not the traditional way. You can get cables and you can make it work, but it's they're a bit of a pain. Rearwood Drake says, but would you use it? That's not a relevant question. That's not a relevant question at all. Eventually. So there's, you know, I actually did a count the other day because I was curious how many video games we had, and the answer was a lot.
And then you went and looked at John's.
Well, someone had told me how many games John had, and it made me wonder how many we had, so I looked into it. And like we have a lot. We have so many that, you know, you can't realistically play through every single game. It just you can't do it. But I do envision a time where we're playing more of them.
Yeah.
More frequently. So a lot of the times, I just think about that. Like whenever picking stuff up, I'm like, you know, this isn't something that I'm doing right this second, but I'm planning on doing more
Someday
of it.
soon.
Someday soon.
We have plans.
Aldo says, is that your official count? A lot. The official count was like 42, just about 4,200, I think.
Are you counting digital?
No.
Okay.
And I think that is a little bit different from John, because I think John has like 10,000 games, but John's count, I'm pretty sure John counts digital. I'm not counting digital. That's only physical. So, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, this house cannot hold the games in a meaningful way, but one day we'll move and then we will. Then it'll be fine. Zaz says my first game was SSX Tricky on the original Xbox. It's a good game. It's a really good game. I
had the first one, and I had all of the cheat codes memorized to unlock everything.
I never played the first one, but I had SSX Tricky, and I put a lot of time into it. It's tricky to rock around, mess around, time is tricky. It's trick. Here we go.
Carly and I were excited for Tricky.
It's a good game.
But it was enough different that we were like, we can't do anything. We have to basically learn everything over.
Oh. Yeah, I only ever had Tricky, so I didn't have to relearn anything. The levels are good. The characters are good. The moves are good. The soundtrack is good. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's certain times you hear certain words and, like, you you fixate onto, like, one specific thing. Or, like, a phrase. That happens to me a lot. Or I hear a phrase and it reminds me of a different phrase.
Yeah, that happens to you a lot.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I was actually, I was thinking about, like, first games and stuff. Because, recently, Austin and Nikki's son turned 2, JJ. But there's a video where we went to his little birthday party, and we gave him his first video game. We gave him a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it was reminding me of like my first game experiences, and when I got games and things like that. I almost certainly the first game that we owned was probably the Mario Duck Hunt cart, but I also remember Iron Tank. So like I've decided in my head that those are the two games that we must have had at like when I was a kid, and I remember playing both of those. I remember playing games with my dad, and it was just really good. It was a really good experience.
I know mine was Sonic 2 just because we had the box for the Genesis, and it said on there it came with Sonic 2, so I know that was my first one out of the ones I had.
Yeah. Everyone's got a different... And like, the thing is, it changes, because, like, people are different ages.
We had been talking to Nikki before the birthday party, and she was like, the kids really like Mario, and I'll turn on just like videos of it for them, and
playthroughs.
They're just
like
enthralled.
Playthroughs on YouTube, and they just watch the playthroughs.
And she was talking about things on the Switch for Mario, and we were like, well, Mario Kart's on that, and it has the auto drive and the auto acceleration, and what they really wanted was something that he could hold a controller and like play along with Daddy.
Yeah.
And we were like, Mario Kart's probably the best. And she's like, oh, I'll have to ask Roland. And we were like, don't ask Roland.
Yeah. It's nice to have the honor of giving someone their first video game. That means a lot to me, especially as, like, video game family. Like, it seems like an appropriate gift. We had some people in the comments of that video being like, 2 is too young to play, for video games. And, like, I didn't take the time to respond to them, but I read that and I was like, you are so wrong. You are so remarkably wrong. I got an NES when I was 2. That's how old I was whenever I started playing video games. I was only 2. And it was fine. It was fine. Like, and especially if you look at kids today, what they're doing incredible stuff, like super early. Let them play the games. Let them play the games. Totally fine. Whoa! Thomas says there is an age that is too old for video games, and it's 40. Well, I guess we won't be friends in a few years. Because I don't believe I'm going to stop playing video games at 40, Thomas. I do believe. At 40, I'm not allowed to play games. Says who? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Bruiser says so.
Bruiser's got issues with that. That's a bad rule. That's a bad rule. The game police. Oh, Thomas, you fool. You misguided fool. You misguided fool. How old am I? 32. 32. 32. 32? 33? How old are you?
33.
I'm 32. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be playing video games in 8 years. Video games are so part of. Chaz is a liar. Chaz is such a liar. Video games are already part of, culture in such a way that they weren't 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like the age of people that have like grown up with video games is, it's changing. Where maybe your parents didn't play video games, they didn't. They dabbled here or there. They got Candy Crush on their phone. Now it's changed. It's 20 years is a long time. So now people are growing up. They've played these games their whole lives. It's going to continue to be a form of entertainment, and it's going to be interesting too because we're probably going to see, like right now it's an anomaly whenever you see like a grandparent playing a video game, because like there was that like Skyrim grandma, and everyone was like, man, that's a grandma, she's playing Skyrim. But like that's going to become very normal. That's going to become super normal, and there's going to be more and more games created around the idea of an older person playing a game. It's actually really exciting. Really, really exciting. So, what do you mean? Yeah, I'm a grandpa. Look at that.
My grandma plays Wii Bowling.
Yeah.
In the before times, they had a league.
Yeah.
At her community, she was on it.
More than just dance. Yeah. It was fun. I really I always enjoyed games. Still do, obviously, but I remember being a kid and growing up and playing Mario Brothers with my dad, playing Donkey Kong Country with my dad, playing Killer Instinct with my mom, and just, you know, having these gaming experiences was always meaningful. And even if I wasn't playing with my parents, before I had a TV in my bedroom, you know, I would play games in the living room. There was times where I would play and, you know, my parents would just watch. And they were always very encouraging for my hobbies and what I wanted to do. And as a kid, that was play video games. Yeah. Anyway, 300 Bits from Cheesehammer says, so if anything like Bloodstained happened again, and you got to design a game item, do you think you would pick something different these days? Maybe like a cheddar mallet or a mozzarella mall? The Bloodstained item was really interesting because, and folks that were in Discord know this, like, it was designed a long time ago.
Yeah. Like,
the game didn't launch until just a few years ago, but it was years before that they asked about designing the item. Mm-hmm. And I remember running it by Discord. Because I originally wanted to make a pizza axe. I thought that would be really cool.
Because of the shape of a slice of pizza.
Yeah, and like the blade of the axe was going to be the crust, so it would just be like a slice of pizza on a stick, basically, and it would be an axe. And whenever I asked about that, they were like, They're like, we don't really have an axe. And I was like, okay, well, make it a sword. And they were like, oh, okay. And I had to make a mock-up for it. So I made a mock-up. And then that mock-up that I made, I turned it into a one of the emotes on our Discord server. Mm-hmm. And it's still there today. And that mock-up is what I sent to the Bloodstained dev team to put the item into the game. And it came out fun. Yeah, it was going to be called the Pizzax, which is a great name. I like the Pizzax, but you know, it's fine. Does the emote get used a lot in the Discord? Basically never. Basically never. Pizza Sword is just as good. Yeah, I ended up calling it. What did I call it? The Sicilian Slicer. Yeah, which is fun. It was fun. I'd love to be included on more weird things like that. Yeah. There's only been a few times we've been included, like something related to us has been in games. The Bloodstained cheat code is one. There's the cat game.
Cat Lateral Damage.
Cat Lateral Damage. There's a picture of Kep and Sagan in Cat Lateral Damage. And I think there's like one other one, and I can't remember what it is now.
I can't remember the other one either.
Yeah. Yeah, I never brought the pizza sword to Twitch because it didn't seem like it would have a lot of use. Source, it already doesn't have a lot of use. Sometimes when people are talking about pizza in the Discord, it will get some use, but it's very, very small. Colin says, how did you get to be a part of the Bloodstained in the first place? I don't remember how that came to be. So Bloodstained was originally a Kickstarter, because the developer of Symphony of the Night wanted to make another Symphony of the Night. It didn't have the rights to Castlevania, but wanted to make something that was the same but different. And Fangamer was the one that was doing the
fulfillment.
And they were doing the rewards. So they knew that they wanted to work with YouTubers to get the word out about the project, but they didn't know how to, like, the best way of doing that. So they called me, because I'm close friends with the folks that
many people in Fangamer.
Yeah, the folks that run Fangamer. So we had a call, and I told them, I gave them ideas for ways that they could involve YouTubers and get them enticed to do it. And I also helped them write the email that went out to YouTubers, because I told them, I was like, if you want to get someone's attention, I was like, the title of the email's got to be worded like this, or the subject line. This is the stuff you need to have in the email. This is what needs to be bold, and at the top there needs to be that. Like, you have to do these things, because I get hundreds of emails every month, and I know which ones I read and which ones I don't. So I helped them formulate that, and then they just started on it, and they asked me like who I could recommend that would do it. So I was like, oh, well, let me give you some folks that will, work with you. So that's actually why there's other people that I know that are also cheat codes. Because
John has one.
John has one. Yeah, a bunch of people have them. And it's because I was like, let me give you some names. Because I knew people that I knew personally that would like to be involved. So, yeah. And for doing that, they, I got to have a cheat code in the game, which was neat. And, yeah, they're going to go ham with it. Yeah, I know. I got to have a cheat code in the game, and then they also sent me, like, one of the deluxe editions of the game. So, Janice says, you're the reason YouTubers have content in the game. I mean, they knew they wanted to work with YouTubers. They just didn't know the best way to do it. And I'm the one that told them the best way to do it.
You were the expert, in quotes, they called it.
I'm the expert. Oh, Ace says, I think your voice was in Oh, Is This Baseball? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh, is this baseball? That's right, I voiced a character in that. Fun fact, because we just did this first 20 on Tuesday, the developer of Oh, Is This Baseball is the same developer of Sovereignty. And who was actually there on Tuesday when we played Sovereignty. So, yeah, if you were looking for that connection's there too. Yeah. And Sovereignty is out now on Steam. Yeah, Marimo. And who else? Is it Kira Buckley? I think. So we voiced a game together. And that's neat. Buckland? Buckland. That's it. Yeah, the voice of 2B. Kira Buckland. Yeah, the voices in that game are me, Kira Buckland, and then the dev. It's a really weird... It's a really weird mishmash. But, like, sure. It's fun. 3 to 40 bits from Furry Zoe says, Thomas, my previously mentioned grandmother who plays Breath of the Wild is proof that you're extremely wrong. Breath of the Wild seems complicated for a grandmother. But I like it. I like to hear about people playing video games. Doesn't matter how old they are or what they're playing. I like it. Does Jules know about this? Probably not. There's so many things Jules has to learn.
Yeah.
He'll learn in time. He'll learn in time. Basuna says, I just started Breath of the Wild last night, and hoo boy, it's complicated. There's a lot of parts to it. That's why I was surprised to hear, a grandmother playing Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild, I was going to say it seems more complicated than Skyrim. I guess they're each equally complicated in different ways.
Yeah.
Is probably more appropriate. You played Skyrim.
Yeah.
But it was like a million years ago.
Yeah, when it came out. And then I beat it and put it away, and you continued to play it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Yeah.
There was this other game that came out called Fallout 4. That one.
Was that in the game?
You mean the
the music?
No. It sounded like it was downstairs, didn't it? It
Yeah.
sounded like a car just honked inside our house.
Yeah.
Which was strange. I'm sure that it was probably a neighbor. Probably why. Anyway. There you go. There's the pizza sort. Thank you, Andrew. I mean, that is the pizza store. Brilliant. Brandon saying, how long did that take you? Andrew doing the Lord's work. We also had 20 months from Jolteron. Jolteron, thank you. I appreciate it. Andrew says, I didn't realize the emote would go through straight away. You're on the trusted thing. When you first get access to emotes on Twitch, it goes through a review process, and that lasts for like, I want to say a month.
Time.
Yeah, some amount of time. It's either after you submit a certain amount of emotes, or it's just like a month or something. And then after that, assuming you don't have any issues, then they just automatically go through. So you can just get them out there quickly, which we do sometimes.
Yeah.
We haven't added a new emote in a bit, but we probably will again.
Probably time.
Is it time?
I think it's time. Yes, Thomas.
Thomas, you want to roll beans? You can roll beans. You can roll beans as a treat. Go ahead. As a treat. Thank you, Thomas. And shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Melmix. We appreciate it. Thank you, son. That's my boy. Roll them beans. They roll the beans so fast. One day they're as tall as the bean, and then they're bigger than the bean, and they have enough strength to push the bean and roll it. Now fight me and eat these nuggets. There's so many good ideas, because we got to do we got to do the Stephen as bartender video.
Yeah.
We have to find a bar.
Lindsay has a pretty well-stocked bar.
Nah, we really should shoot it in a bar. It'll look so much better. I don't know. We got to find someone.
Roland knows someone.
We got to find someone who will let us, like, what we'll do is it'll be a deal where we shoot it at their bar and we advertise it at their bar, and then it's like free advertising, and in exchange they let us shoot there and possibly let us use the alcohol for free. Hopefully. You're only when you're doing alcohol, it's like little
1 ounce.
It's like shot. Tiny bit. Like, why would it? It's such almost no money. Probably. I don't know. Is liquor expensive? Is all liquor equally expensive?
No,
or is there,
no.
what?
Well, then why do you think there's like
I don't know.
over $100 bottles of wine and
Well, I'm just saying, like,
the equivalent of rubbing alcohol for vodka?
If every liquor is the same age.
Steven going for those top shelf bottles, yeah.
If everything is the same age, is it...
It's not all about age.
Okay. Mr. Elder says, good luck finding someone who wants YouTuber exposure. Also true. Yeah. Hello, I'm from the internet. Can I use your bar for my video? I'll pay an exposure. I mean, here's the thing. This video is not going to make us any money. So, like, it's if we have to pay for renting a location, it's an immediate loss. Which makes me go, maybe we should just eat nuggets. Like, eating nuggets, like, that, we might break even eating the nuggets.
See, I think Jonathan's right.
Oh, it would be obviously that it's a joke, right? We could find someone who has a home bar that looks like a bar. You know, like, because some people have the whole thing. They got like an actual, like, in their basement.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Wisconsin.
We don't have basements though, so we'd have to drive. Anyway, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. Steven, can you make a nugget drink right now? No. It is too early for that. I can't. I cannot. Your dad used to have a bar in the basement, didn't he?
I mean, the house in Wisconsin has one, but they don't have it set up.
Yeah, but at an old house, didn't he?
The Rapids house had one that was...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That was built in the 70s and never changed and still looks that way. He never touched it when he moved in and...
Yeah, but also that's what bars look like in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, when I think, if someone tells me they're going to a bar, I immediately assume that they're going to a bar that looks like it was made in the 1970s. Like, everything is wood. In my mind, there's a bar, and there's a saloon, which is where Red Dead Redemption takes place. And that's it.
I can find a photo of that bar.
What do bars look like now? Chaz says that's because the only bar you've been in multiple times was the Herod.
Yeah, that's true, Chaz.
I've been in... There's a local bar that I used to...
What have you been in?
There's a local
the
bar...
place you went to get wings?
Yeah. There's a local bar that we used to go to when I was in high school. And just to get chicken wings. So we would go and get chicken wings a lot. It's down by... It's next to Duck Donuts.
Yeah.
You know where it is?
Yeah, I know. I don't think it's a bar anymore. I think it's a pizza place.
Probably not. Yeah, that was the... And, like, that place was just tiny. It was just a little tiny place. I don't think it was wood, but I don't remember. The only thing I remember is the wings. Because you could just go and get, like, a huge plate. We didn't drink. We just ate wings. It's a bar is still an establishment. You know, you can go to a bar and just, like,
order food,
eat.
Mm-hmm. Not every place has food. Like the Herod does not have food.
Are there laws where, like, a bar can just, where you have to be a certain age to even enter the bar?
Yes.
I guess they could do that.
There's
right?
places at Broadway you have to be a specific age.
Is it, like, all the time, or is it
all the time?
Certain
like Crocodile Rocks.
Oh God, I almost puked in my mouth. Jess says, Mallory, I'll have you know the Herod has $2 pizzas on Fridays. Oh Ooh. Lord.
Are they like Tombstone Jack's pizzas?
Yeah, I mean,
because there's been places in Wisconsin I've been that's what they serve.
They are an $2 bar pizzas is the same energy
and
as
they serve no other food.
Same energy as $4 steak and eggs at our strip club. We have a local strip club. We have a lot of strip clubs. We have a local strip club that advertises a big marquee, and it's like $3.99 steak and eggs, and I'm like, like every time I drive past it and I see it, I just scream internally. I'm like, oh God. Why
do you know that?
Oh,
it's on
God.
the main street.
Yeah, it's on.
They have a big LED display.
Yeah. It's.
Yep, Thomas, that's them.
Yeah, they. Oswagabot says, "Have you tried them?" I have not. I don't have a. I don't have a desire to walk into that establishment in the first place, but I also do not have a desire to eat $3.99 steak and eggs.
A niece asked if liquor license and laws were decided at the state or federal level. Some are federal, some are state. Like, the drinking age is federal. It didn't used to be, but it is now. Because the Wisconsin Tavern League fought that hard.
My take on this is that if you're a strip club, what is going on that, like, what is your customer base that you're trying to appeal to people by advertising $3.99 steak and eggs?
Bachelor parties.
The other thing...
Jeff Scott says Vegas is built on $4 steak and eggs, yeah.
It's like a slice of Vegas here at home. The thing is, the flip side of this, the flip side is what kind of person drives by that sign and says, yes, and just rips it, like, because that sort of thing is extremely concerning to me. Like, when Chaz said $2 pizzas at the bar, I was like, oh my God, no. Umbreon says, I'd much rather get Waffle House steak and eggs.
Same.
I mean, yeah. You'd pay twice as much, and it would be twice as good, although the bar is low. The bar is low. There haven't been a whole lot of times over the years where I've ordered steak and eggs from breakfast places. Almost every time I have, I've gotten sick. Like, every single time. It's just, there will be something in my brain once every 3 years that's like, you know what? Steak and eggs is on the menu. When you order it, the server looks at you strange, like, are you sure? No one's ordered that. I think we still have some steaks. God. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Where were we that I ordered steak and eggs and it was...
IHOP?
Yes, I have ordered steak and eggs at IHOP, and it was, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? That's not what they're there for. Pancakes are in the name. You order pancakes and you get out. Nothing else. Nothing else. Hello, can I have the pancakes? Yes, you have the pancakes. Would you like steak? No. And then you leave. Renee, why do you do any of the things? It's a great question. I can't answer it.
I try, Renee. I try to tell him. There's a lot of I told you so's.
God, remember the time I don't know where we were, but we were out of town and we were getting ready to drive back. We went to a breakfast place that morning, like a local breakfast place wherever we were.
And you were like, I'll have huevos rancheros.
Yep.
And I was like,
And I was like, Mal, they got huevos rancheros. And Mal was like, you are about to drive 8 hours. And I was like, huevos rancheros is great. 2 hours down the road, I was like, oh my God, I ate huevos rancheros. I think I stopped 3 times to poop on the way home. It was terrible. It was good. It just wasn't worth... the trouble. Oh... God, and I remember eating... Not wrong. I remember thinking, as I was drowning my huevos rancheros with my, like, second cup of coffee, I was like, man, I really...
Had corn.
Yeah, it was full of beans. It had corn. I was drinking coffee. Like, as I'm drinking my second cup of coffee, washing all of that down, I'm thinking, God, I wonder if this was a mistake. David Lynch says, it makes for a good story, though. Like, $4 strip club steak and eggs. Oh. So anyway, let me go back to read this. 12 months from Queen Chai. Congrats on your year. What a morning to get it. 350 bits from Say the Program. He says, Stephen, why are we having this kind of conversation? I'm about to go for a run, and here we are. Just another breakfast stream with a large pinch of why, Stephen? It happens. It happens. Yeah, I don't think there's going to ever be a time where I try those steak and eggs. I've never been to a strip club. I don't have a desire to go. And more importantly, I don't have a desire to eat $4 steak and eggs. I actually think at that point I'd be extremely worried about getting, like seriously ill. Like, there's been times I've eaten food and I've gotten sick, but there's also been times, sometimes you eat something and you get, like, super sick. I mean, like, oh, this is bad, and that's where I would be. I feel like that would not be good. So, might pass on that opportunity. But the 50 McNuggets, we're down for that, and next time everyone's in town.
Yeah.
Everyone, and also Thomas.
Yeah.
Because I really I think I'd have a hard time convincing anyone else to do this with me. Like, if I asked Chaz would just be like, no. I might be able to convince Jeff. I might be like, Jeff, it would be...
I think you could convince
I think
Jeff.
I could convince Jeff. I think I could tell, like, Jeff, we could...
Andrew says, in before Chaz's face.
You know, we could do this. Because me and Jeff ate that pizza. You know. So Jeff is down for, like, for these sorts of experiences.
You could convince Alex of it.
Alex would take some convincing. He wouldn't be on board at the beginning. But I could convince him. And he would get less than halfway through and go, God, why did I agree to this? And then he would stop.
And he would complain about it.
And he would complain about it nonstop, yeah. Well, at least we have some good video and stream ideas. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Speaking of, 2 months. 2 months.
Yep.
2 months is when we are doing Extra Life. So, what a segue. Extra Life starts Saturday, October 3rd. October 23rd. There's a link to it. You can start donating now. Make sure that when you donate, you include the name of a U.S. released Wii game. Because that's the system that we're doing this year.
Like? The Price is Right.
Yeah, there's so many games.
There are 3 Price is Right games on Wii.
Like Kevin Van Dam's Big Bash Challenge, which is sealed, actually.
Let's play Ballerina.
I grabbed the sealed game.
Let's Tap.
One of the millions of Lego games. Don't forget there's a Jelly Belly Jelly Bean video game. How do I get this out? This is really...
I got it.
Yeah, there's Jelly Bean Ballistic Beans. All the best games are made by Zoo, by the way. God, what even is this? No idea. Anyway, there's a Jelly Belly game. Why? I don't know. But there is. James Cameron's Avatar? That is a game. So many games. Astro Boy, Elabits, Canada. These are all games. Don't vote for Canada Hunt, please.
What about Mini Golf Resort?
Please.
The ultimate mini golf party.
My one request is we did play half an hour of Canada Hunt last year.
And there's only 10 minutes of game.
Yeah, please don't make us play it again. That my one request. There's any other game that we played last year we could probably play again, but Canada Hunt does not have enough. There's nothing left to do. There's just nothing left to do. There's nothing left to do. 510 bits from Furry Zoe says, so last night my best friend and I went out to eat and we were looking at either Mexican food or noodles. Google kept recommending Denny's and then decided to give us directions at incorrect times. Google, we're thinking like Mexican or noodles? Sure, there's a Denny's 500 feet from you. Yeah, so no, we were thinking Mexican or noodles. The Denny's is close. The bazaar was ahead. 327 bits from Queen Chai says, so it's going to be my birthday in T-minus 3 hours and 11 minutes. I was born at 1:23 a.m. in my time zone. But yeah, here's some bits because I'm turning 27 in 3 hours.
Happy birthday!
3:27. Happy birthday! I hope you've got a good one, and I hope you do something for you. I think it's important every day, but especially your birthday. Have a sweet of your choice, whether that's a cake or an ice cream or a raspberry. I would eat a bowl of, a bowl of raspberries. You can't just eat one unless it's...
They're so good on vanilla bean ice cream.
Why haven't we tried making... Oh, cannoli. Oh, Jesus, that sounds good. Why haven't we tried? Science makes their own fruit. They make 1 million apples. Why haven't we made one big raspberry?
Someone brought something up in my community group on Facebook for the local area, asking where to get pawpaws.
Yeah.
It's a fruit. It's a tropical North American fruit that's kind of like been hard to find more and more because people don't grow them as much. Mm-hmm. And I really want to try one. And there's a festival next weekend in North Carolina. But I don't want to drive that far. And I messaged Thomas because I figured if anyone had ever had one in our group, it'd have been Thomas. And Thomas hadn't. Someone had a pin on a local area that said they had a pawpaw tree. They're like a combination of pineapple, mango, and banana.
Yep. I would be interested in trying one. I searched for the largest raspberry in the world. And it was disappointing because all the results are related to a sculpture that is in Minnesota that is 10 by 12 feet. And, like, that's neat. It's not what I was looking for. Waken says, what does that even look like?
The statue?
No, with a pawpaw.
Oh, it looks kind of like a mango. It's green, mango-shaped. You open it up and it has, like, this creamy yellow filling that looks kind of like pudding.
Let me get a picture.
And it has big seeds, but they come out pretty easy. They're not like... Diddy could get some pawpaws? Oh, yeah, the upcountry grows a lot. You don't want to grow them near the coast, I hear, because of the humidity.
I'll post a photo
in
mod so you guys can see it.
Is it cut open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise you won't be able to appreciate it. And they'll post that on screen. This is the outside, and then also a cross section of a pawpaw. Yeah, they look good. They're not, like Mal said, they're not easy to find.
No. But it's native to North America, and Native Americans, like, it was a staple in their diet for the places where they grew.
Yeah. So maybe at some point we'll be able to...
They start going in season, like, September 1st-ish.
Diddy says Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson would grow a lot of them.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to try. But
they're almost in season, so if we start going to some farmers markets, we might be able to find some.
Well, yeah, that's a fruit.
It's very tropical tasting, I hear. Diddy says my local farm will be ready in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be going through that area.
Yeah. I don't...
That's like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying it, but I don't think I'm interested in 6-hour one-way drive try. Mm-hmm. Like, would I drive 12 hours to eat a pawpaw?
Fayetteville, I think it's Fayetteville, has a festival next week. But I don't want to go to Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll
sometime
we'll figure it out. At some point, we'll try it. We know that there are pawpaws.
Yeah.
And therefore, we will try one at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and start wrapping up. Things that we need to announce.
It's Thursday, so...
It's Thursday. It means a new episode of Super Mario Galaxy is out today. So be sure to catch that if you'd like. Sorry. I got something to announce.
Oh, that, yeah.
I got something to... I'll circle around. It'll be the last thing I announce.
Okay.
Super Mario Galaxy today. We did the first 20 stream on Tuesday, which means tomorrow's first 20 is... Actually, it's Death's Door. We're putting Death's Doors out first because it's a game that just came out. So Death's Doors will be the one that we release tomorrow. Friday, tomorrow, is also the continuation of It Takes Two. Mm-hmm. We're now... I think we're further than the halfway point.
Oh, yeah.
So... It's fun. And it's a game... And I've been saying this, if you've missed the other streams for it, you can still tune in because it's mostly gameplay-centric. It's not story-centric. So you're not really missing anything story-related. So just show up if you're looking for something to do on a Friday night. Saturday... actually, what are we posting Saturday? Saturday...
Is it the quick matches?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, we're releasing 2 Stephen and Friends videos because we're releasing quick matches for Pokemon Unite, which are the shorter 5-minute matches. Thought 5 minutes was a little short, so we're releasing 2 videos on Saturday. So we do some 4v4s instead of 5v5. So if you like Pokemon Unite content, we'll have more of that coming out. And is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. All right, so now for the big announcement.
What?
I should make sure it's processed. I can't... Let me make sure... Hold on. Let me make sure this is processed. Because YouTube is a terrible thing. I want to make sure that it's actually ready.
Yes, please make sure it's actually ready.
It is.
It's processed.
Oh my god, I'm gonna schedule it for.
You're
I'm gonna schedule it for 10:30.
10:30.
Like
10 minutes. And in 10 minutes there will be a new 2018 vlog.
Yep. I just scheduled it. It'll be out in 10 minutes. There's a new 2018 vlog. It's ready. It is 49 minutes long. It is very, very long, but it covers so much stuff. It's we go to the American History Smithsonian, then we go to the Natural History Smithsonian, we go to the Art Gallery, we go to we walk the National Mall and we see the monuments and the memorials. We do all of that stuff. So it's a long video, but you may find it interesting if you like just seeing museums and seeing lots of little things like that. My advice is if you're not sure, start it. And within the first 5 minutes, you'll know exactly what the whole vlog is like, and then you can decide if you like it and you want to keep going. It's a lot of like fast little things. So yeah, that's why it's so long. But it's done. I got it done. The reason this is such a big deal is that this is the longest vlog in the old timeline. So I did it. Like the hardest one.
Yeah.
This was the hardest one. This
Yep.
was the most footage. This was the hardest one, and it's finished.
Hi, welcome.
And
You're
feels
late.
It feels good. It feels really good. Hi, bud. You're showing up at the end.
He's late.
Late.
Did you sleep in?
Coming up? You want to say hi before we go off air?
I'm just gonna stare at you.
He'll stare. 300 Bits from Satsy says, I mean, the divorce-ready couple have gotten a lot less scathing toward each other since the beginning of the game, but that's really all you're missing. It's a slow grow.
Yeah. That's it takes two.
Game is great.
Hi.
Love the
Do you
game.
want my lap? You do. Okay.
Tail. Woo. Hi, bud.
Hi, sweetheart.
Oh, good boy.
Good morning. You lay down? Good boy.
Good cat. You a stinker.
He's a stinker.
You a stinker. All right. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And if you have the time and the interest, there's a nice long vlog for you to watch in 7 minutes. Yeah.
Renee says, I guess you need to sit there for a while now. Lap has been chosen.
Yeah, I can't get up now.
We gotta run to the post office, baby.
He's like, no, you don't. You just hold Kepi. Only hold Kepi. Nothing else in the world but hold Kepi.
Hi, sweetie.
Y'all have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow night,
Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern,
Yeah.
for the continuation of It Takes Two, baby! It Takes Two, baby!